If it's a showerless, stay in bed, not do your hair, not do anything kind of day, that's okay. We need to normalize this thought that sometimes you just need to stay in bed. You need to rest. You need to decompress. You need to just get away from all things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Because if you don't take that time to reset, it's really going to cause even more stress down the line. So if it is a showerless, stay in bed kind of day, do it. Listen to your body. Listen to your body and make sure that this is the type of thing that you need. Because if it is, and you are resisting it, it's really going to cause more friction. It's really going to cause more issues, because especially if you aren't on your purpose path, it's going to cause issues. Because your energy needs to rest from the resistance that you are going through day to day. So if you are not on your purpose, if you are not walking into what you want to do or what you feel like you should be doing, and you don't take these days to rest and just take it all in, you're going to go into burnout. You're going to go into burnout. And I know that many corporate jobs, 9-to-5 jobs, they very much speak on mental health and mental health days, but you still feel bad taking those days. You still feel bad taking those days because you're like, I really have a lot to do today, but it's really just too much for me. But you know what? I'm going to suck it up and I'm going to do it anyway. And that puts you in the mode of not keeping yourself accountable. And also your boundaries are out the window. And once you say no to the boundary, the universe is like, oh, they like this energy. They like saying no to things that we give hints on. Because in your core, you're like, oh, I should really take off today. I should really take a day to just chill. But if you don't, then the universe kind of says, oh, then they don't need these hints. They don't need these little intuition hits of, hey, you need to rest. So we're just not going to give them anymore. And then that whole thought process of taking a break, it's not there anymore. And you are resisting and resisting and resisting and resisting. And I feel like we need to regulate that a lot more. Specifically right now, we have a lot of energy coming to us from space weather, from outside sources, and especially just like day-to-day people. I feel like there's just a lot of hustle and bustle, and it's not even Christmas, but I feel like we have a lot of energy right now, and we aren't taking a pause to process that energy. So if anything that you take from this message today is to take a beat. Care for yourself, do a lot of self-care, and realize that you need to take these rest periods in order to catapult you into the right direction. Because if you resist them, it's going to get worse and worse, and then you're going to have a breakdown. And if that breakdown was meant for you, absolutely go through that breakdown, because it's probably going to shift your trajectory and shift you into the place that you're supposed to be. However, if you work through those boundaries and give yourself grace throughout, you're not going to have this huge blow up. I really hope that made sense. And this is the daily message for today. Thank you so much for sitting in. I am CG from the Galactic Soul. I do a daily message whenever I possibly can. So definitely make sure you subscribe below. And in order to get these messages, because these little messages are what's going to help us realign and say, hey, what do I need? Sending you so much love and light, and remember to always be yourself.